Testing 1 2, test 1 2. Good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Plex in Port Elgin. Tonight, the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks hosting the Mapleton-Minto 81s to wrap up the 2015-2016 WOAA Senior Hockey League regular season. And tonight is Sunoco's night. The Winterhawks wearing throwback Port Elgin Sunoco's jerseys. You will see those in just a few minutes. Beautiful blue and yellow of the Sunocos. They played intermediate and senior here in Port Elgin for the better part of 20 years. And the fact there's so many people here tonight to bid on those jerseys, they will be auctioned off, tells you the legacy that the Sunocos have in this community. There will be an auction tonight here in the building, silent auction and a live auction. The jerseys will all be auctioned off in support of the Live a Little Foundation, which is raising money for research for a cure for cystinosis. And the reason that charity means so much to this community is 6-year-old Olivia Little, the daughter of former Winterhawks player Chad Little, who is here tonight to drop the puck. And she battles with cystinosis every day of her life. Last night, the playoff situation was set as the Winterhawks clinched third place, so we can tell you that the first-seeded Mapleton-Minto 81s will face the fourth-place Shallow Lake Crushers. Second-place Durham will face the third-place Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Those series begin next weekend, and we will pass along that schedule later on. In fact, we believe that schedule will be set tonight. We'll be able to pass that along to you. These two teams have met 3 times already this season. Mapleton-Minto has won all 3 games. October 24th in Palmerston, a 4-1 win for Mapleton. November 28th, again in Palmerston, a 3-1 win for Mapleton. On December 5th here in Port Elgin, it was a 5-3 win for the Mapleton-Minto 81s. Starting in goal tonight for the Mapleton-Minto 81s is number 1, Nick Horrigan. He is 5-0-0 on the season with a 2.20 goals against average and a .929 save percentage. Starting in goal for the Winterhawks is number 31, Kevin McGivern. He is 1-1-1 on the season with a 3.89 goals against average and an .838 save percentage. Tonight he is backed up by number 35, Josh Sturrock. And backing up for the Mapleton-Minto 81s is number 31, Jason Hamilton. Not in the lineup tonight for the Winterhawks is number 13, Greg Wardell. Number 15, Mike Smales. Number 22, Brett Brophy. Number 23, Justin Ainsley. Number 44, Josh Jackson. And number 32, Blake Sinclair. Not in the lineup for the Mapleton-Minto 81s, number 14, Keegan Calder. Number 18, Dylan Hoffman. Number 26, Dustin Hebebrand. Number 28, Joel Martinelli. Number 55, Kyle Ellis. Number 72, Zach Graham. number 77, Nick Seiler. We turn things over at this time to public address announcer John Davinsky.
Winterhawks take on the Mapleton-Minto 81. Right now, we'd like to welcome our Bruce Telecom flag bearer from the Aaron Eldersley Minor Hockey. In the Adam Local League, we have Wyatt Colley, Austin Gregg, and Anderson Gregg. And from the Nautilus Local League, we have Tyler Burrows. Come ahead for our flag bearer. Your officials for tonight's game, your referee is Steve Poole from Lucan. Your linesmen are Dylan Devane and Dave Middleton from Port Elton. Now, for the first time in 30 years, let's welcome your Port Elton Sanogo! As you know, this is a special night not only for the retro jerseys that the Winterhawks are wearing, remembering the Port Elton Sanogos, but it's a fundraiser for the Live a Little Foundation. And we have a ceremonial face-off about to take place, and we have the little family out there. I see Aaron and Chad and Livia and Harper. And our sponsors for tonight who made this happen, we have Scott Rowland from the Rowland's Independent Grocer, and I believe we also have Dave McKay out there from Lakeshore Recreation. Ask the captains to come forward for the ceremonial face-off.
You want to take a picture? Yeah, that'll be easier.
Good job, Olivia. And you know we're going to be auctioning off these sweaters between the first and second up at the Hawks Nest.
Thank you.
Between the second and third, we have a silent auction, and all the money that's raised is going to go towards the Live a Little Foundation to help the fight of cystinosis. Now we would ask everyone to rise and remove your hats as we have the singing of our national anthem tonight, done by Barry Follett.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, and all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, a true was strong and free, from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Why keep our land glorious and free? Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Very by Cleveland and Jared McCuffle of the Remax Realty. At 7, we have number 20, Blake Underwood. Your winners are number 27, Rick McDermott, and 91, Trent Huck. On defense, number 24, Trevor Smith, and number 21, Kyle Rolston. In goal tonight, number 31, Kevin McGibber.
And we are almost ready to go here. The Mapleton-Minto 81s in white. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks in Sunoco's blue and yellow. Again, your starting netminders for Mapleton-Minto is number 1, Nick Horrigan. And for the Winterhawks is number 31, Kevin McGivern. And we have just been passed a note that the series starting next weekend, Game 1 between the Winterhawks and Durham Thundercats will be Friday night. We are underway Friday night, next Friday night here at the Plex, Game 1 between the Winterhawks and the Durham Thundercats as Kyle Rolston sets up behind the Winterhawks net. Rolston carries out to center to McDermott. Backhands went deep into the Mapleton zone. Horrigan back to play it. He backhands went around the boards. And it is Spur getting it to the neutral zone as the 81s play it deep. Rolston will come back to get it for the Winterhawks. Kyle Rolston around 1. Loses the puck as the slides on the fresh ice into the 81 zone. 81s steal and come back out to center. That is Spur. As it comes in, pass into McDonald was too far. And it's back comes Trent Hawk for the Winterhawks. Pass picked off and Spur will backhand one. And that hits McDermott, but it's called a delayed offside. Winterhawks get the change. Kazarian, Fraz, and Johnston. 81's also changing up. Triguna. Here's McDonald, and Coburn is out there as well for the 81s. Along the board, stolen by the Winterhawks, and here comes Fraz. He gets it over to Johnston on the far boards. Johnston will shoot, stopped by Horrigan. Rebound comes out the other side. Coburn the other way, pass too far, and it will come back to Brown, who puts it up on the boards. Fraz gets a stick on it, no icing as it comes down into the 81 zone. Picked off in the slot. Fraz into Kazarian. He shoots, stopped by Horrigan, and it's cleared away as Coburn comes back the other way for the 81s. Up to Triguna. Triguna stops and waits. Pass picked off. Knocked away by Fraz, and he will clear it out to center. And it will be Herbst picking it up for the 81s. Up to Triguna. Drops it in, turned back the other way. And Quaid will come back for the Winterhawks. Up. Too far for Thompson. It comes back to the 81's defenders. That is McCann. And it's Thompson the other way for the Winterhawks as that puck was turned over a couple of times. And it's, again, the 81's coming back the other way. Turned over again as Quaid plays it. He's checked in the corner. Hafling will get it now, and he will skate it out. Long pass to Thompson. Thompson, who's got a bit of a collector's item on his back tonight. He's wearing the incorrect spelling of his last name. Anyways, as we were telling you, Game 1 between the Winterhawks and Thundercats, Friday night here at the Plex. Game 2, Saturday night, February 6th, 7 o'clock in Durham. February 12th, 8:30 in Durham. February 13th, 7:30 in Port Elgin. February 19th, 8:30 in Durham. February 20th, 7:30 in Port Elgin. February 21st, if there's a Game 7, 1 o'clock in Durham. We'll run those by you again a little bit later on. Shot in deep by the 81s as they get back onside. Kyle Rolston back for the Winterhawks. He passes up to Chris King. King to Penner. Puck was stolen, and it was knocked back to Trevor Smith, put in deep by Dave Mercer. Horrigan will play it up on the glass for the 81s. Spur along the boards. Mercer battling for it. Back to the point. Trevor Smith waits. Plays it down to Mercer. Mercer, he's checked closely by Pleon of the 81s. And away come the 81s. It's Brock Zinkin, the former Allura Rock. As he comes in, backhander goes wide. In the corner, Zinkin. He is outmanned for the puck by Smith and King. King will come away with it. He's got Mercer in the neutral zone. Mercer will get a change. Fans on the dump in, but it's enough for the Winterhawks to get a fresh compliment. Alex Penner with a playoff beard already. Jacob Brown plays that up the neutral zone. Too far for Penner. It will go for icing with 15:53 to play here in the first period. Scoreless between the Mapleton-Minto 81s and the Port Elgin Sunocos.
Whenever you can. And save some of that money also for the silent auction and the auction coming up in regards to the Sunoco sweaters that our players are wearing tonight.
Face-off will be in the Winterhawk zone. Draw one by the Winterhawks. Jacob Brown will put it up into the neutral zone. Too far for McDermott, and the 81s will control as Goss puts it up. And it comes back to Tatey. Tatey into the neutral zone, bounces over McDermott's stick. No icing as McCann's back to get it for the 81s. He's checked by McDermott. McDermott 4 points last night and a fight for the Gordie Howe special. Shot in. That goes into the netting and out of play. Face off in the Saugeen Shores zone. Won by the 81s. Played in behind the net. It will be Nick Quaid putting it up the boards to Fraz. Laid up into the neutral zone. Kazarian chips it by the defenders. Johnston gives chase. He's got Herbst with him. Centers into Horgan, and he holds on for the face-off.
You check your program. We'll be checking for the lucky program numbers, but on the other side, you'll see the various auctions that are coming up. And all the auctions will be held in the Hawks Fest. And between the first and second, sweaters from Trevor Smith, Josh Stewart, Craig Lott, Greg Wardell, and Chris King.
Shot from the point, stopped by Horrigan. A big shot from Hafling off the draw. And that one comes in on McGivern. He pokes that one away. Comes back out too far. Played out to the neutral zone. It is LeBlanc for the 81s. Shoots it in deep. McGivern holds that one up. Nick Quaid. Johnston. Mitchell. In the corner, Mitchell battling with Pleon, Jake Pleon. There's two Pleons for the 81s, Jake and Mike. That one was Jake, as Trevor Smith will bring it back into the 81 zone. Dave Grant fires at the net, stopped. Doesn't quite make it. And the 81s chip it out to center. Trevor Smith steals, gets it back to Kyle Rolston. Smith up to Dave Grant. Grant pass to Thompson, picked off. And Trevor Smith steps up on his man, throwing a hit on Spur. In comes the 81 shot. McGivern makes the save, and he hangs on for the faceoff. Physical tone starting to set here between these two teams who do not like each other very much. Again, I'll try to run that series schedule by you again between the Winterhawks and Durham Thundercats. Friday, February... Oh, let me look at this again. My memory is good, but it's short. Friday, February 5th, 8:30 here in Port Elgin, Game 1. Game 2, 7 o'clock in Durham on the Saturday night, February the 6th. Penner loses the puck. Tatey will get it back up. A little too far for Penner. And it will be knocked back into the neutral zone by the 81s, who regroup. Pass up too far. That will go for icing. with 13-17 remaining here in the first period. Scoreless between the Mapleton-Minto 81s and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks.
And the lucky number is 052. That's 038 for the mug, 052 for the hat. Those prizes can be picked up in the front lobby area.
The 81s bring it into the Winterhawks zone. Shot in, deflection, Trigona steered aside by McGivern. Played back Goss, and it's JT McDonald. As Chris King picks that up, takes a hit, and Coburn back to get it for the 81s. Played around the boards, too far for McCann. That will go down the ice, and maybe enough room for icing, just enough, and that will go for icing. 12:44 left in the first period. We are still scoreless here in Port Elgin on Sunoco's Retro Night. Underwood, Hawk, and McDermott out for the Winterhawks as they control off the draw. Penalty coming to the 81s. And the Winterhawks will head to the power play on a holding call. It will be Kyle Goss for holding. And the Winterhawks will head to a Lord Elgin Fish and Chips power play here with 12:40 left in the first period. These Sunoco's jerseys will be auctioned off tonight. All proceeds going to the Live a Little Foundation to find a cure for cystinosis. Those auctions happening throughout the night. We'll keep you posted on the what some of the jerseys fetch during the intermissions. As JT McDonald brings it in for the 81s. He's rubbed out on the boards. Passed up to Blake Underwood, who takes off and gets it over. As that pass in by Mitch Rolston. Over to McDermott on the point.
At 7:20, it makes this Sunoco's Lord Elgin Fish and Chips.
Back to the point, Rolston. Rolston winds and fires shot. Stopped by Horrigan, and he hangs on. 1:27 left in the penalty to Kyle Goss. So you're wondering why Game 1 is here at the Plex next weekend when Durham has home ice advantage. The Caitlin Cobain Silver Stick is here next weekend along with Hockey Day in Canada. So the Plex is booked solid on Saturday. So the Winterhawks' only ice time is Friday night. So they have to start here Friday night, Game 1, Games 2 and 3 in Durham to follow. Shot over the glass, into the banner and out of play.
Let's go back to our lucky program numbers. We have some frozen haddock to give away, courtesy of Lord Elgin's Fish and Chips. And the lucky program number is 002.
The 81s will be facing the Shallow Lake Crushers in the first round. It's been a horrible season for Shallow Lake. I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. 1:16 left in the power play. Hafling will get it up to Johnston. Pass couldn't handle it, but he's trying to get by him. Fraz digs out the puck. Back to the point to Hafling. Hafling plays it down low. Johnson shoots, goes wide. Kazarian will keep it in. Kazarian spins away from a check. 51 seconds left in the penalty. Back to the point. Hafling over to Johnston. Shot stopped, and it goes wide. Deflects wide. Penalty coming to the Winterhawks. It will be a hook, and it might be. It's either going to be Penner or Fraz. I think it's Alex Penner. Hooking on Alex Penner. So the big man returns to the lineup, and he's in the box. If you're keeping track at home, that's his 66th penalty minute of the season. No fighting majors of any of them. 4-on-4 for 40 seconds, and then the 81s will be on the power play. Trevor Smith, pass up. Trevor Smith. Pass in. Hawk couldn't bang one home. Trevor Smith holds it in. Played in deep. Underwood behind the net. Spins away from a check. Underwood looks out front. Tries to center it. Pass blocked. In the corner. Comes back to the point. Kyle Rolston. Over to Trevor Smith. Smith In deflection, stopped by Horrigan. Comes back to the point, Rolston. In, and Horrigan will get that off the deflection. 3 seconds left in the penalty to Goss. And then it will be a 1 and 16-second power play for the 81s here in a scoreless game. 10:42 left in the first period. Behind the net, as the 81s begin their power play, they break out. Bringing it out to center is the 81s player whose number I can't see. Passed over to Triguna. Coburn in the corner, and Triguna has it now back to the point to McDonald. McDonald over to Triguna. Triguna walks out, down low to Coburn. Back to the point, shot. McDonald goes wide, and Mitchell will clear it down the ice. 39 seconds left in the penalty. Horrigan, quick pass up, and that was almost offside. It will go for icing. With 33 seconds left, the faceoff will come back into the Mapleton zone. 33 seconds left in that penalty to Alex Penner. There's Brian Longmire from some radio station I've never heard of walking past me. A celebrity in his own mind. Greg Tatey clears it in behind the net. Winterhawks looking to kill some time and keep the 81s in their own zone. Thompson and Fraz the penalty killers. And as the 81s break in, Zinkin, penalty coming to an end. Winterhawks will kill this one off as the puck comes out in front. Fanning on the pass was Brown, but it comes out to center. Back to get it is Pleon for the 81s. Long pass up. That will go too far, and that will go for icing. That will come back into the Mapleton zone. 9:10 to play in the first period. They are back to 5-on-5. The Winterhawks come into this game with a 5-game winning streak. The 81s are on a 13-game winning streak. One of those will come to an end tonight. Mapleton is 22-1-0 on the season. Their only loss coming back in November to Durham. Hawk shoots at the net, hits the side of the goal. Underwood steals into the slot. McDermott. Quaid into Hawk. Underwood shot, scored! Blake Underwood! Hotter than a $2 pistol. Blake Underwood's 7th goal in 3 nights. It's 1-0 Winterhawks. When you're hot, you're hot. His 11th of the season. And the Winterhawks are on the board 1-0.
Winterhawks Sunoco goal scored by number 20, Blake Underwood. Assist number 91, Frank Hunt. And number 19, Nick Quaid. Time of the goal, 11:09.
Blake Underwood didn't have a goal on December 29th. He now leads the team with 11 goals. He has 7 in 3 games. He's hot at the right time of year. Draw controlled by the 81s. Back to Kyle Rolston. Winterhawks set it up. Pass too far. That'll go for icing. With 8:10 remaining, Sunoco's up 1-0 in the first period on the 81s. The Winterhawks are wearing their throwback Sunocos. There's a few guys tonight wearing actual Sunocos jerseys. Doug Wood in the scorekeeper's bench, Jimmy Grieve on the Winterhawks bench. They're wearing their actual Sunoco's jerseys, and they look every bit of 30 years old. Let me tell you. Of course, Doug and Jimmy look a lot older than 30. Kyle Rolston, pass into the neutral zone to Chris King, too far. McCann will turn it back for the 81s. Pass goes into Kyle Rolston. He turns it back to Chris King. King brings it in over the line to Mercer. Mercer gets it in on Horrigan. He turns that aside, keeps the play going as King tries to steal. Zinkin has his pocket picked by Rolston, but he didn't realize that he'd done it. And so the 81s recover the puck into Trevor Smith. Pass into the neutral zone. Zinkin brings it in over the line. Shot deflects wide. Into this corner. Kazarian rings it around the boards. McDonald will hold it in for the 81s. He puts it behind the net. Gildart is behind the net. He's pinned to the boards by Tatey. The puck comes out the other side. Rolston will chip it up, held in by McDonald, and it will come in on McGivern. Tatey rings that around the boards, and Penner can't quite get to it. That will go for icing. 6:43 left in the first period. Silent auction is underway. The jerseys currently available via silent auction are the number 17 of Andy Fraz, the number 18 of Dave Grant, the number 27 of Brent McDermott, the number 44 of Josh Jackson, and the number 32 of Blake Sinclair. And there will be 5 more auctioned off in a live auction during the first intermission. We'll let you know how that one goes. See if I can get one for myself. As that puck is in the corner, Jacob Brown. Fraz, pass up behind Kazarian, didn't know where it was. Coburn, behind the net, Coburn circles, back to the point, Herbst, shot through, in the slot, shoots wide, comes out the other side, Johnson chips it up on the glass. Fraz tries to get around, can't do it as McGivern deflects that one into the corner. Greg Tatey, pass up, Fraz, he deflects that one, and it goes into the Mapleton-Minto zone. Pass too far, and that will go for icing as it will come back into the Mapleton zone. 5:51 to play in the first period. The Winterhawks lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 1-0.
Along with the regular auctions, raise funds for the Little Foundation. In addition, Dort's Pro Shop and Inference will be selling
Underwood, Hawk, McDermott on the ice for the Winterhawks. Quaid and Hafling on the points as the 81s control off the draw, and it is brought out to center. Passes too far for Gerby, and it will come back out to center. McCann will shoot it in for the 81s. Hafling back to get that one. Hafling sets it up. He's going to put it over to Underwood. Underwood carries out to the neutral zone. Makes a move around one. Blake Underwood in, shot, stopped by Horrigan. Spun aside. Trent Hawk into the slot. Quaid. Trent Hawk brings it in. Hawk tries to center to Underwood, and why wouldn't you? But Horrigan hangs on for the faceoff with 5:11 to play. Say hello to all you snowbirds watching from somewhere warm, including Doug Mitchell. I think his name's on a silent auction. Several zeros on that bid. Jim McKinnon, another former Sunoco. I think his name's probably on there. If you're a former Sunoco and you're not here tonight, your name's probably on a silent auction bid. You'll get the invoice when you get home. Alex Penner will come to your door to make sure you pay up. Draw controlled by the 81s as the puck comes around. Back in Jake Pleon for the 81s. Try it again. Pass picked off by Andy Mitchell. Shot stopped by Horrigan, and he covers up the rebound. And he'll hang on for the faceoff. So that scoring play earlier was Blake Underwood, his 11th of the season, from Trent Hawk and Nick Quaid at 11:09 of the first period. Cleon puts it over and up. Geldart plays it deep for the 81s. Mitchell will get the pass, and he gets it over to Thompson, who brings it out to center. Thompson stops. He's stripped of the puck, and it's knocked back into the Winterhawks' own Trevor Smith. Will set that up. Trevor Smith, long pass up, too far for Mitchell. He gets a stick on it and is able to gain the zone. Grant down low to Mitchell. Mitchell will play it behind the net to Grant out front as he jams it in. And it is right out front, deflects off a stick behind the net. As Grant is knocked down in front. Pleon. And it will be played up by Mike Pleon. Dual Pleons on the ice for the 81s. That won't make things too complicated. Pleon. One of them dumps it in. That will go too far for icing. 3:47 remaining in the first period. Abe Herbst puts one over as the 81s break out. I will warn you that I'm having difficulty identifying the 81s players, because a little trick for figuring out who is by looking at the numbers on the sleeves, and the 81s don't have numbers on their sleeves. So unless I can see the player's back or recognize the player, I can't tell who it is. Coburn in the corner for the 81s. Stolen by Chris King and knocked out to center. Herbst is back to get it, and that will go for icing. 3:11 left in the first period.
At the end of the first period, there will be an auction upstairs in the Hawks Nest for the first set of 5 jerseys that will be auctioned off, belonging to Trevor Smith, Josh Sturrock, Trent Hawk, Greg Wardell, and Chris King. If you're interested, make sure you come up and bid.
Johnston to Fraz in the neutral zone. Turned back the other way by the 81s. Long pass up. Delayed offside on the 81s. Jacob Brown will regroup for the Winterhawks. Gets it over to his defense partner, Greg Tatey. Fraz takes a check, gets it over. Johnston one-on-one, shoots, hits a shin pad of the 81's defender, and it's cleared out to center. Quaid over to Kazarian. Kazarian waiting for Fraz to get onside. He will do it. Held in by Quaid. He puts it behind the net. Pass up. Shot in McGivern, steers that aside. Up to Johnston, clears it into the neutral zone. And that is shot down the ice. Icing will be the call. 2:08 left in the first period. It is still a 1-0 lead for the Port Elgin Sunoco's. Shot hits McGivern in the chest. Steered into the corner behind the net. Quaid ringed around the boards. Hawk. Goss puts it up into the neutral zone for the 81s. McDermott back to Hafling and over to Quaid. Back into Underwood, who gets it to Hawk. Some nice puck moving, but it's turned over. Quaid brings it over the line for the Winterhawks. Pass into Underwood is in his feet, and it comes out the other side as it will be delayed offside. And that will be an intentional offside. 129. Hey, it never hurts to have linesmen from Port Elgin, right? Dylan Cobain and Dave Middleton handling the lines tonight. Don't worry, the referee's from Lucan. Minute 29 seconds left in the first period here. Dave Grant wins the draw. Over to Trevor Smith. Smith pass deflected wide, and it's Zinkin bringing it out for the 81s. He's tracked down by Jay Thompson. Pass rolled out in front of the net, and Dave Grant will steal that. Up to Mitchell. Thompson, one-timer, stopped by Horrigan. In the corner it goes. Thompson plays it behind the net. Nobody over there, and the 81s will bring it out to center. Knocked in deep by Zinkin as he gets it, as the 81s get a partial change. Trevor Smith with some speed to center. Smith makes a move, heads wide on Pleon. Stops up, loses the puck. Kazarian holds it in. Coburn. Here comes Fraz the other way. Fraz to Johnston. Johnston shoots, stopped by Horrigan, and he hangs on with 18 seconds to go as Kazarian was knocked down behind the net. Wanted a penalty, but didn't get the call.
You want to stay for that. You won't miss any of the auction in the Hawks Fest. The auction will start immediately after the skills competition on the ice, the mini skills competition. So the auction itself will start about 2-3 minutes after the first period.
As Triguna brings it in for the 81s. Winterhawks trying to kill the last few seconds of the clock here. 7 seconds left. Johnston, one last chance. 5 seconds. He brings it in. Johnston makes a move, shoots, stopped by Horrigan, and that will do it for the first period. The Winterhawks lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 1-0 after 1. Got the shots on goal in just a second. We'll get Wayne's count, and then we'll get the actual count. We'll take a high or low, see who's closer.
Shots on goal in the first period for the Madison Capital 81-3. Sutton Shores 12. And by now for the mini skills.
Shots on goal 12-3 for the Winterhawks after 1 period of play. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go see if I can score myself a jersey. We'll be back with the second period in about 20 minutes' time.
Let's see what the skill is. Don't forget, guys, after this, you come up to the Hawks Fest, and the auction will get underway. We have Big Fat Cat. Big Cat auction on Mile Lake. After we play this, Winterhawks. Hi, Mike. How are you? So, get a reminder, the auction will be getting underway. For those $4 Minto sweaters.
No idea.
She'll come back down. Stairs.
And they go.
All right, everyone, welcome back for the second period here. Second period here in Port Elgin. Sunoco's lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 1-0 after one. A goal by Blake Underwood. Blake Underwood from Trent Hawk and Nick Quaid at 11:09 of the first period, and we are back underway. Mapleton-Minto 81s in white. The side goes blue and yellow as we are underway in the second period. Goss puts one deep into the zone. 81s down low. Winterhawks out shooting the 81s 12-3 in the first period. As that puck goes in to the bench and out of play. Puck shot into the zone. Off the draw, but it's the 81s controlling. Richardson puts it deep into the Winterhawks zone. Quaid chipped up on the boards. And it is the 81s putting it deep. It is Gildart dumping it in. Quaid back to get it for the Winterhawks. Into the corner it goes. Kazarian chipped up on the glass. And away come the Mapleton-Minto 81s. Heading into the net. Chipped up. It's loose. McGivern has it. And he hangs on. Got myself a jersey during the auction there in the first intermission. Trevor Smith's number 24. Hopefully he doesn't mess it up on me. Draw not done fairly. They'll try again. Winterhawks off the draw. They get it at the center but can't control, and it's shot back in by the 81s. Trevor Smith falls down. Didn't mess up my jersey, though. That's okay. Kyle Orlston to Penner. His pass blocked, but he gets it up to King. And it will be Penner bringing it in. Penner to the net, leaves it for Mercer. Mercer spins away from a check, gets it out. Mercer to Penner, shot over the net. Penalty coming to the 81s. Winterhawks heading to the power play. It's interference. And it will be a Lord Elgin Fish and Chips power play, as it will be an interference call on Kurt Aitchison of the 81s. Winterhawks head to the power play here with Blake Underwood, Trent Hawk, Andy Mitchell, Brent McDermott, and Kyle Rolston on the points. McDermott over to Rolston. One-timer deflects wide. Hawk plays it in behind the net to Underwood. Pass picked off. Rolston tries to hold it in. Can't do it. 2-on-1 for the 81s. Triguna shoots. Stopped by McGivern. Back come the Winterhawks the other way. Andy Mitchell with three. He's got Underwood. Underwood into Mitchell. Skate in, deflecting loose. Oregon hangs on. What a stop by Kevin McGivern. Scott Triguna. So just to put this in perspective, Kevin McGivern is playing his first season of senior hockey. Never played at a level close to this. Scott Triguna played for the Owen Sound Attack, and McGivern just turned him away. McDermott at the point. Down low, too far, picked off, and back come the 81s as Rolston knocked down. Hawk picks it up, though. Hawk hangs onto it, looking to set things up. Loses the puck on the fresh ice, and he was chased down, trying to take a hit. Here come the 81s. Stepping low out is Kilburn. He has the puck knocked off his stick. 1:05 left in the power play. Here comes Brent McDermott. McDermott carries it into the 81 zone, through a man. Into the corner behind the net to Mitchell. Mitchell into the corner to Hawk. Back to the point, Kyle Rolston. Rolston to the sideboards. Nobody there as Hawk was headed to the bench. And it will go down the ice. 42 seconds left in the penalty to Aitchison. Rolston will put it around to McDermott. And it is Cochran in there for the 81, stirring up trouble. Kazarian with 30 seconds left in the penalty. Kazarian stops up on the boards. Puts it in front. Nobody there. Penner is out there on the power play. And Cochran. Long pass up. Gerby. Shot. Tiered aside by McGivern. Here comes Brian Kazarian to center. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Aitchison coming out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. Hafling behind the net. And it will be cleared out to center and down the ice. Icing indicated. Won't go far enough. Tatey back to get it. Tatey spins away from a check. Clears it up to Fraz. Tatey behind his own net. Leaves it for Hafling. Hafling up the boards to Fraz. Fraz on the boards, too far, and the 81s will turn it back. Hafling will try it again. This time it goes to Grant, who plays it not far enough into the 81 zone. Back comes Pleon for the 81s, in over the line, drops it into the 81s, and McGivern makes the save, hangs on, and there is a whistle and some pushing and shoving in front of Kevin McGivern. And let's see, we have a penalty. It's going to be a roughing call on the 81s. Brock Zinkin, formerly of the Allura Rocks, no stranger to the Winterhawks, having played many a playoff series against the 81s. So the Winterhawks head to the power play. It will be Kazarian, Fraz, and Penner with Johnston and Hafling on the points. Kazarian loses the puck to Triguna. Here comes Triguna, goes wide on Hafling. Hafling falls. Ployed in behind the net. Hafling just getting up as the puck came right to him. Puck over to Johnston. Johnston plays it deep. And it will be cleared out by the 81s as we are 40 seconds into the penalty to Jake Pleon. Pleon with just a dumb penalty, took an extra shot in the crease after the whistle went. Got called for it. Winterhawks on the power play here. They haven't gotten anything going yet as that puck knocked out to center. Triguna picks it up. Triguna shoots, stopped by McGivern, and he hangs on for the faceoff. 1 minute left in the power play.
As you know, that can be picked up from the front
Draw won by the Winterhawks, but it's stolen by the 81's Coburn, who puts it deep behind the net. McDermott to pick it up behind. Winterhawks with 4 forwards and a defenseman on the power play tonight as Underwood brings it in. Underwood stops. Kyle Rolston loses it in his feet, hits the referee and stays in the zone, played in behind the net. Shot down the ice by Kyle Goss, and with 30 seconds left, McGivern's out to settle that one down. Winterhawks have got nothing going on this power play. Rolston sets it up for McDermott. McDermott carries it out, makes a move, loses the puck. McDermott, he's hooked, penalty coming to the 81s. Winterhawks will have a 5-on-3 briefly if they get a whistle here. Right in front, Hawk shot over the netting and out of play. Whistle goes, a hooking call coming to the 81s. And it will be Kane Geldart heading off. Eight seconds of a 5-on-3, and then it will be still a Winterhawks power play for an additional minute 52. 8-second 5-on-3. The Winterhawks will get a chance to gain control at least before a player jumps back in. Kane Geldart for the hook. And the Winterhawks have Fraz, Kazarian, Johnston. And they'll go back to the traditional 2 defensemen here, Quaid and Hafling.
Penalty to number 17, Kane Geldart. 2 minutes for hooking at 6:18.
Kazarian. Fraz back to the point. It's 5-on-4 again. Fraz down low, Kazarian. Kazarian out of the corner, shot. Comes over to Quaid. Quaid shoots at the net, deflection in. Fraz, it's there, banging away at it, hung on. And Horrigan will hang on for the faceoff. 1:32 left in the penalty as Alex Penner steps onto the ice. Quaid will come off, and you can bet that Alex Penner will be set up about 6 inches away from Nick Horrigan. And that's a look we're going to see this weekend against the Durham Thundercats. Johnston over to Hafling, one-timer, deflects wide into the corner. Penner plays it behind the net to Fraz. Kazarian plays it back to Fraz. Back to the point, Hafling. Over to Johnston. Johnston shoots through a crowd, deflects wide, comes around the other side. Hafling will try to keep it in. It's a break for the 81s, 2-on-1. Shot all in over the net. That was Cochran for the 81s as Kazarian brings it in. Penner behind the net, leaves it for McDonald. Held in by McDermott. He steps in. McDermott shoots, goes wide. Penner right there, couldn't get a stick on it. Penner didn't know the puck was there, but just missed his stick. Pass up to Penner. He's got Underwood going to the net. Penner overskates the puck. Left there. Hawk couldn't get a shot away. 30 seconds left. Man advantage. Penner redirects that one wide. And that puck comes out into the neutral zone. It is Zinkin. He is hammered by Kyle Rolston. Perfectly clean open ice hit. Zinkin is down. Zinkin, he is a little woozy as he heads to the bench. Into Hawk, shot stopped by Horrigan. Brock Zinkin is concussed. It's got to be over. He can't even get to the bench. Kyle Rolston laid out Brock Zinkin with a beautiful, clean check. The result is that Zinkin ended up being helped off the bench. There is an 81 in the box. I think it's a misconduct. There's an 81's player in the penalty box, but I believe it is a misconduct call because the 81s are arguing that it should have been a head check, but the only thing that hit was Zinkin's head hitting the ice, and that's why he was knocked woozy. Kyle Rolston made connection with the chest. It was, from my vantage point, looking right at it, a clean check, but we'll check the video later and we'll find out. But Zinkin was knocked silly. He had to be helped off the ice. He fell down as he came to the bench, and 81's coach is lobbying for a penalty. He's not going to get it. In fact, one of his own players will sit for 10. We are back underway.
81's penalty to number 9, Joe Gerby. A 10-minute misconduct.
Gerby takes a 10-minute misconduct on the play as he was lobbying a little too aggressively, and that's an icing call there. 11:27 left in the second period, pardon me. It is a 1-0 lead for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks here tonight, wearing their blue and yellow Port Elgin Sunoco's jerseys. Jacob Brown plays it up to Mill. Behind the net, Tatey takes a hit. Out in front, McGivern makes the save. They whack at it. He makes the save. And the 81s are going to start taking some liberties here, it looks like. Greg Tatey was hit behind the net. Nothing wrong with the hit, though. Takes a lot more than that to hurt Greg Tatey. Played behind the net off the draw, Trevor Smith. Penalty coming to the 81s on the slash. And I believe it will be Dan Richardson, perhaps, of the 81s. Nope, he's going to head off. It will be Tyson LeBlanc. So Winterhawks power play here. 10:52 to play in the second period. Winterhawks head back to the power play. Underwood controls off the draw, back to McDermott. McDermott shoots down low, one-timer. Underwood couldn't get a stick on it, or at least enough of it, steered it wide. Underwood out front, blocked. Cleared out and down the ice by the 81s. Kyle Rolston back to get it. Winterhawks trying to set things up. Underwood plays it in for Trent Hawk. Hawk going to the net. Shot stopped by Horrigan. Loose puck, nobody there, and that goes into the netting. And out of play for a whistle. 1:19 left in the penalty to LeBlanc. Johnston off the point. Tries to play it down low. Kazarian hit. Andy Fraz gains the line for the Winterhawks. Leaves it for Kazarian. Kazarian in front. Fraz shot off the post. He hit the post. Andy Fraz wide open in front of the net. Hit the post. And that's as close as you're going to get to it without scoring. Pass up to Penner. He just played it deep. Herbst picks it up for the 81s. He plays it on the boards. Fraz can't keep it in, but Johnston will pick it up and bring it over the line. Johnston plays it in. Johnston carries. Turnaround penalty coming to the 81s. 5-on-3 for 25 seconds. A holding call. You can sense the frustration level of the 81s because I'm not sure they've ever taken that many penalties in a row before. Hit the underside of the crossbar and came down.
But it was inside the blue line when it came down. That's the way it looked.
It came straight down though, so it looked like it landed on the line. We'll have a look. I usually can't tell, but McDermott on the point, 5-on-3 for 25 seconds. Back to the point, Rolston. McDermott. And that will be stolen. It will be Goss bringing it out as he's hit by Rolston. Playing it deep. Back to 5-on-4 for 1:35. McDermott. McDermott brings it in. Shoots high over the net. Hawk had dropped his stick. Hawk plays it deep. Comes out front. Steered away by the 81s and down the ice. 17 left in the penalty. Kyle Rolston loses it at the line. 81's back the other way. McDermott kept in by Mitchell, just barely. Again, just barely kept in by Quaid. Down low, McDermott behind the net. McDermott back to the point. Quaid shot deflects wide. And it goes into the corner, 42 seconds left in the penalty. McDermott down low, Underwood. Blake Underwood over to Quaid. Winds and fires, stop. In front, they score! Brent McDermott! Power play goal! Brent McDermott, side of the net. 2-0 Winterhawks.
Winterhawks goal scored by number 27, Brent McDermott. Assist on the power play goal, number 19, Nick Quaid, and number 91, Trent Hawk. Time of the goal, 12:09.
And on the boards, Mitchell. And that will be blown dead. That goal, a power play goal at 12:09. Brent McDermott from Nick Quaid and Trent Hawk. So Quaid and Hawk each with 2 assists here tonight. That goal, a power play goal at 12:09. 81's getting a change here. Played out to center, flipped high and deep. That's going to go for icing. As we'll come back to the Mapleton zone. 7:06 left in the second period. The Port Elgin Sinocos lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 2-0 here at the Plex. The final regular season game of the 2015-2016 regular season. Playoffs begin next week. Game 1 between the Winterhawks and Durham Thundercats Friday night, February 5th here at the Plex, an 8:30 start. Played up into the neutral zone. 81's back to get it is Jake Pleon. He'll set up behind his own net. In down low, in they come. Penalty coming to the Winterhawks, and you knew that was coming. You knew the Winterhawks were getting the next one. 6:31 left here. Slash. Chris King will go. Chris King? I don't know. He doesn't have many. 12, 14. Penner has 66. I know that. That's a nice round number.
Penalty to number 4, Chris King. 2 minutes for slashing.
81's on the power play. Shot from the point. McGivern the save. Shot from JT McDonald.
Also, a gift certificate from Ziegler Lumber. And the lucky number is 084.
Draw one by the 81s, but it's one out to the neutral zone. Goss will put it over to his defense partner. And it goes into Coburn. Coburn back to the point to McDonald. McDonald over to Goss. Back to the point, McDonald. Down low to Coburn. Coburn back out to the point. Coburn back to McDonald. Fakes the shot. Over to Coburn. Coburn down low. McCann. Over to Coburn. Back down low to McCann. Over Coburn. One-timer McDonald. High and over the net and out of play. And 3 pucks come back in. Try that trick again. That's the old 3-puck breakout right there. Yeah. The coldest one's the game puck. Whichever one has snow on it. Face-off will stay in the Winterhawks zone. 1:11 left in the power play. 3 pucks came out of the netting there if you couldn't see it on the video. 1 puck went in, 3 came out. Away they go. Back to the point. Spur for the 81s. He can't keep it in. Played down the ice. That will go for icing. And they will call it all the way back. 58 seconds left as the power play winds down for the 81s. The face-off to the left of Nick Horrigan. In come the 81s, Pleon. Jake Pleon goes wide behind the net. Spins back. In Kane Geldart with it now. Plays it back to the point. McDonald over to Spur. And that's Cochran with it. Walks in, shot, deflects wide. Comes back to Cochran. Over now. The 81's on the sideboard. Down low into McDonald. Back to Spur. Over to Geldart. And Fraz will steal in and put it down the ice. 10 seconds left in the penalty. And we are back to 5-on-5. Pass in. Here comes Jay Thompson. Shot scores! Jay Thompson! Three 3-0 Winterhawks. Jay Thompson got in alone. He beat Horrigan. And it's 3-0 for the Winterhawks.
Sunoco's goal scored by number 12, Jay Thompson.
Here comes Dave Grant. Mitchell assists on the goal at 15:44. Jay Thompson from Andy Mitchell. 3-0 Winterhawks. Winterhawks back in there. Dave Grant down low. Grant fighting off Aitchison, who has him pinned to the boards. In low. Mitchell had Horgan beat. Stayed out right in lower. Grant couldn't go. Thompson tries to play it back to the point. Back to the point to Brown. Brown steps in. Brown will play it in behind the net. Winterhawks line out there for a while. They need a change. It will be backhanded down the ice. That'll be a hand pass maybe. Nope. Didn't touch him. Hand. And Tatey will shoot it deep. Trent Hawk centers. McDermott misses the net. Hawk will set it up again. The Winterhawks all over the 81s here. And Underwood down low. Back turned aside, but Underwood picks it up again. Underwood moves away from a check. Plays it into the corner. Hawk behind the net. Underwood walks out front to Hawk. He's going to maybe one too many passes there, and it's cleared out to center by the 81s. Hafling. He will pick it up and bring it back, gaining the zone and firing it into the corner. Underwood will pick it up. Underwood to Hawk. Hawk checked behind the net. McDermott will end up with it. He'll spin away from a check. He's but lose the puck as the 81s clear it out to center. It's stolen by Hafling. He has to wait for players to get onside, and it will be shot down the ice. And that will be icing. 2:26 remaining in the second period.
We have Winterhawks mug giveaway, courtesy of Uniform. And the lucky number is 094. 094. That mug and all the other prizes we mentioned can be picked up in the front lobby area.
'81s to center, Andrew Coburn. Puck knocked off his stick. Comes out to center, Andy Fraz. Behind the net, Kazarian. He's battling with Spur. McDonald will come away with it for the 81s. McDonald to center over to, that's offside. Not called, but all right. They keep on going. Johnston in the corner, up to Kazarian. Kazarian backhands one out to center. 1:43 to go in the second period. Winterhawks up 3-0 on the Mapleton-Minto 81s. Coburn shot in deep. Mitchell all the way in with speed. Andy Mitchell. Mitchell in, backhander stopped by Horrigan. Turned aside, flipped out to center. Smith gives chase. Thompson overskates the puck. Play down low. 81s trying to get something going as Rolston plays it out to center. Back to get it is Mike Pleon. Pass too far, and LeBlanc will deflect that into the netting and out of play. 1 minute, 1 second left in the second period. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 3-0.
Last minute of play in the second period.
McDermott. Hawk over the line. Leaves the puck. Underwood didn't see it. And it will be Cochran chipping it out to center for the 81s. Winterhawks turn it back. Underwood. One-timer by Hawk. Hits a shin pad. Goes into the corner. Hawk knocked down. And the 81s will come away with it. With some speed. Stripped of the puck is Pleon. He gets it. And it's Hawk coming back the other way. Hawk into McDermott. Tips it wide. Horrigan just knocked that one aside as Tatey will bring it back out into the neutral zone. 15 seconds left in the period. Jacob Brown behind his own net. And that will do it after 2 periods of play. The Saugeen Shores Sunokos lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 3-0. Get the shots on goal in just a moment. We will have some more auction items during the intermission.
Shots on goal in the second period for Mapleton-Minto 7, for 2-period total of 10. Saugeen Shores 10, for 2-period total of 22. Don't forget the second and 3-period auction.
So we will be back for the third period in about 15 minutes time. Stand by. We are back for the third period. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks lead the Mapleton-Minto 81s 3-0 as we head to the third period. Brent McDermott and Jay Thompson scoring goals in the second period. Winterhawks currently out shooting the 81s 22-10 as we head to the third.
Dave's having trouble keeping up with these guys. He's not going too far beyond the blue lines.
And we are underway in the third period. Mapleton-Minto 81s in white. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks in the Port Elgin Sunocos blue and yellow. Puck shot all the way down the ice. Quaid back to get it for the Winterhawks. Mitchell to Thompson. Thompson to center and into the 81 zone. And Horrigan makes a glove save, and he will hang on for the faceoff. 23 seconds into the period. In the corner, Brent McDermott checked. Coming out is Underwood. Underwood back to the point, Rolston. Coburn brings it back for the 81s. Pass up into the Winterhawks zone. Kyle Rolston picks it up, gets it to Hawk, who deflects the puck into the 81 zone. Underwood spins away. Underwood finds Hawk. Shot. Misses high and wide. Comes back to Kyle Rolston. Shot. Stopped by Horrigan. Puck in the slot. And the 81s will turn it back up the ice with JT McDonald. McDonald goes wide. Centering pass. Hits a skate in front. And the 81s player stepped on the puck and fell down. Puck will go all the way down the ice, and that will be icing as we are just shy of a minute and a half into the third period here. That is in the netting and out of play off the draw. Shot, misses the net, comes right out, and Tatey will send that around. Shot in. That puck popped up in the air. In front. Murdoch's trying to clear it out. Fraz can't do it. It's on the line, then it pops out into the middle, but it comes back into the Winterhawks zone. Offside.
Is this the way you want to line to? It's so hot outside.
Draw one by the Winterhawks. Mercer back to Hafling. Over to Quaid. Quaid up to Mercer. Mercer through the middle. He's got King going to the net. King just couldn't quite reach that one. Penner keeps it in. McCann puts it up, and that goes into the 81's bench and out of play.
All right, let's get away. small prizes here. We have Winterhawks mug, courtesy of Matt's Masonry, and the lucky number is 049. We also have a Winterhawks hat, courtesy of Uniform. The lucky number there is 069. 049 for the mug, 069 for the hat. Take them up to the mug line.
And that banged away at it. Chris King got a shot away, stopped by Horrigan, and he hangs on for the faceoff. Penner with the centering pass there. Quite a size discrepancy on that line. You've got Dave Mercer and Chris King and Alex Penner. But I suppose with Penner out there, nobody's going to mess with Mercer or King. Played up into the neutral zone. Winterhawks regroup. Quaid puts it up to Mercer. Kyle Spur shoots it in deep. Brent Cochran. In the corner, trying to chip it out is Mercer. Couldn't do it. Kept in by the 81s. Hafling will play it. Nick Quaid up the boards. Too far for Penner. Turned over to Mercer. He comes in one-on-one. Shot stopped by Horrigan. Grabbed by Dave Grant coming off the bench. Grant shot stopped and no rebound, held by Horrigan for the faceoff. 16:31 remaining here in the third period. Winterhawks up 3-0 on the Mapleton-Minto 81s. Shot in on Horrigan, makes the save. Thompson in the corner. Thompson trying to find Mitchell in the slot. Batted down to Grant, who couldn't play it. Behind the net, Thompson. Rolston shot from the point, doesn't make it. Deflected by Triguna. Definitely not intentionally. In front, play at it. Knocked down. Horrigan makes the save. Mitchell. Back of the net to Grant. And penalty coming to the 81s. And that will be Scott. No, not Triguna. It'll be Jake Leon, perhaps. Why don't I just wait and see who goes in the box? There's some contention with the 81s as to who took the penalty there. It's going to be JT McDonald and Scott Triguna. So there was perhaps a 2 and 10 there. Triguna and McDonald go in. There's 2 on the board, so it's a 2 and 10 situation likely. 81s were arguing the call. Out to center. Back it comes to Brendan Hafling. To center, Curtis Johnston plays it deep.
81 penalties to number 10, JT McDonald, 2 minutes for high sticking. To number 15, Scott Triguna, a 10-minute misconduct.
And a penalty coming to Penner as he knocked his man down. Interference. And Penner telling the ref, I can't help being strong. Referee has to go for a skate to laugh that one off. Penner goes off. So the Power play lasts all of 30 seconds. We'll have a minute 30 of 4-on-4, and then the Mapleton-Minto 81s will have a 30-second power play. Tatey off the draw. Around to McDermott.
2 minutes for interference at 4:48.
McDermott. Geldart for the 81s. And that's a penalty coming. That goes out of play. It'll be a knee probably, but it'll be Blake Underwood heading off. It will be a trip on Underwood as Geldart tried to make a move around. That's going to get called every time. Every time. Geldart made a move around Underwood and clipped each other's legs, and down went Geldart, and the arm went up. And with the number of penalties the 81s have taken tonight, no surprise the Winterhawks would be closely called here in the third. As that puck goes down the ice.
2 minutes for tripping at 5:14.
Another 51 seconds, and then the 81s will have a 5-on-3. They're currently on a 4-on-3 power play.
Come on, force him, Blake. Make him pass it.
Pleon for the 81s. Mitchell steals and shoots it down the ice. 30 seconds left in the first penalty. In the penalty to JT McDonald. That will make it a 5-on-3 for the 81s. Here comes Jake Pleon. Goes wide. On the boards. 81s player, I can't tell who it is. Back to the point to Pleon. Trevor Smith checking closely. Puck comes out to center. Back. It's a 5-on-3 now. 25 seconds in the 5-on-3. Here comes Coburn dropping the puck. Winterhawks try to break that up. They just can't quite clear it. Kept in. Pleon. Shot through. Stopped. It's there. Cleared down the ice. 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Five-on-3 over. 24 seconds left in the power play. 5-on-4. No icing. Close enough to the red line. Shot in on Horrigan as it's just about done. 10 seconds left in the power play. And that is offside. Power penalties are over. Back to even strength. Winterhawks kill them off.
As far as the auction goes, we raised $1,000 between the second and third periods. Thank you very much for that. So for the first 2 auctions that we've had, $1,870. Just a reminder, the silent auction continues downstairs. It's going to be moved up to the Hawks Nest.
Trent Hawk brings it in over the line. Underwood shot off the post. And that hit Quaid, and he couldn't corral it there. And the 81s come back to center as Quaid steps up on his man. Puck into the zone. Quaid will clear it up the boards. McDermott gets around his man. McDermott with a step. Spins back, waits for teammates. Brent McDermott down low to Underwood. Underwood behind the net. Missing the net right there. Underwood can't jam it in. 12 minutes to go here in the third period. Winterhawks up 3-0. Quaid. Almost turned that one over. He gets a second whack at it. And here comes the 81s again. As Hafling will put that on the boards, but he can't get it to a teammate. And it's Cochran at the net, flipping it up behind. And he's trying to create some space. And a penalty coming to the Winterhawks. And it will be a trip. You remember how the 81s took all the penalties in the second period? Well, we're seeing the makeup calls for that. Underwood heads off. That's a trip. Nah, that's going to get called. $11:26 left in the third period. 81s to the power play. 3-0 as that puck is shot down the ice to start the power play.
2 minutes for tripping at 8:34.
Puck shot in behind the net by the 81s. Spur plays it back to the point. McDonald will shoot in to Geldard, who plays it into the corner. Tatey checks Spur, pins him to the net. Coburn picks it up, wraparound, comes around out front. Mitchell has time, and he will clear it down the ice. 1:09 left in the penalty to Underwood. 10.5 minutes left in this game. Played back out to the point, Kyle Goss. JT McDonald. 10 minutes to go. 41 seconds left in the penalty. Horrigan back out to play it. 81's changing. Might have been able to call too many men there as they had a bunch of guys still on the ice changing. Played out too far. It comes out to center. 26 seconds left in the man advantage. I'll bet you right now that clock is moving backwards for Kevin McGivern. Johnston will pick that up and throw it out to center. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Here comes Gerby. Penalty over. Back to 5-on-5. Played up and down the ice. No ice. Cleon touched it. Underwood out of the box. Gets down on it. Hawk centering past McDermott. Couldn't redirect it. Here they come. 81's turned over. They get it back as they bring it in over the line. That was Cleon playing it deep. McDermott to Underwood. Underwood will go wide. Blake Underwood to the net. Underwood scores! Blake Underwood, what a goal! Blake Underwood does it again. And the Winterhawks up 4-0 with 8:53 to play.
Sunoco's goal scored by number 20, Blake Underwood.
Shot in deep. That is icing.
Goal of the game, assist number 27, Brent McDermott. Time of the goal, 11:07. Fans, get your 50-50 tickets up right now. Someone is walking home with $580. Well, unless you want to spend some of it on a auction sweater. The lucky number is 4, 2, 3, 7, 0, 1, 0. 4, 2, 3, 7, 0, 1, 0.
I didn't win.
$580.
I will continue on.
Congratulations.
Not almost, but not quite. Played out in front. Played into the 81 zone. 8.5 minutes to go here. Shot deflected down low. King out front to Penner. He missed the net. Around the puck goes. Geldart for the 81s. Flips it in deep. Out front, centering pass, nobody home. Penner spins away and gets it up to Mercer. Couldn't handle the pass. And the 81s come back. Played in by Tyson LeBlanc. Geldart shoots wide. Hafling. Up to Quaid. Quaid plays it in deep. 7:40 to go here in the third period. Winterhawks up 4-0. Coburn spins away from a check. Coburn in, backhander, hits a body in front. Back to the point. Kyle Goss shoots through a crowd. Puck pops up in the air. He makes the save! Kevin McGivern! Falling backwards, makes the save. And he hangs on. Kevin McGivern.
The last four digits of your 50-50 ticket. Ticket number 1, 7265.
Winterhawks off the draw. Tatey around to Brown.
Ticket number 2, 7635. 7635. And the third ticket, 7705.
And that is played too far. Icing should be the call, and it is with 7 minutes to go in the third period.
We need you to register at Lawrence Pro Shop. Congratulations.
7 minutes to go.
Giveaway. Gift certificate from the airport. This is down to lucky program number 105.
Draw
And for gift certificate from
to Nick Horrigan.
number 003.
Puck played into the neutral zone by the 81s. Tatey will bang it back in. Puck just turned over at the blue line. Oh, delayed offside on the 81s. Mitchell will pick up a head of steam, play it over, take a hit, but almost turned it over there as Dave Grant will try to play it, but couldn't corral the bouncing puck. It's played back to the Winterhawk zone. Shot in, knocked down by Jacob Brown. Long pass up, hits Mitchell's skate. He brings it in. Mitchell spins away. Smith, shot from the point, deflects up in the air. And Spur. Right in there, stopped by McGivern. He makes the save and hangs on. 5:54 to go.
Congratulations to Doug Longmire of Saugeen Shores. He walks away with $580 in the 50-50 draw. We have one more lucky program draw here. It's a gift certificate from Lord Elgin Fish and Chips for frozen haddock. And the number is 117. 117. Congratulations to all our winners tonight.
Trevor Smith, long pass, nobody home. Icing is the call with 5:39 to play. So the Winterhawks will begin their playoffs next weekend. Game 1 against the Durham Thundercats is next Friday night. That is February the 5th. That is an 8:30 start here at the Plex. Game 2 will be in Durham Saturday night, February 6th, a 7 o'clock start. And if all goes according to plan, we'll be able to bring that to you on the live stream. Long pass up to Andy Fraz. Fraz will spin away from a check, but can't play it deep. And it's shot out and into the Winterhawk zone. Trevor Smith, long pass up to Curtis Johnston. Johnston, shot, stopped by Horrigan, and he hangs on with 5:15 to play.
Well, no, this is the last game of the regular season for both clubs, and the playoffs start next weekend. I can tell you it's the league quarterfinals, and Saugeen Shores will be playing Durham in a best-of-7 affair. The first game goes this Friday, 8:30, right here at the Plex. this Friday, 8:30 at the Flex.
Quaid at the point.
Taking on Durham in the first game of the league quarterfinals.
Into Trent Hawk, couldn't get a shot away. Hawk spins around behind the net. Quaid knocked down. And the 81s come back the other way. Quaid's out of the play. And here comes Spur, broken up. And McGivern out of the net. It's playing around, they score! And with 4:41 left, the shutout bid is broken. McGivern got a little adventurous there, and it cost him a shutout, but still, it's a heck of an effort tonight from Kevin McGivern. Four and a half minutes to go. 4-1 the score now for the Winterhawks.
Goal scored by number 4, Kyle Goss. Assists number 47, Kyle Spur. And number 9, Joe Burger. Kyle Cole.
Here come the Winterhawks. Blake Underwood. Here come the 81s back the other way. JT McDonald plays it in. Up and over the net it goes. Behind the net, Hayfling rings it around the boards. That will be McDermott and Hawk away on a 2-on-1. McDermott over to Hawk. Missed the net. And back it comes the other way as it's cleared down to Jacob Brown. Just under 4 minutes to go. Pass up to McDermott, who will just flip it in to the Mapleton zone. In comes the 81. Shooting wide is Geldart. Cochran spins and fires. Puck doesn't make it to the net. Puck kept in by the 81. Shot in on McGivern. Up to Mercer. Mercer hit. No, it was fine. That's only because of the height realities there.
Well, that's what they call
right there. Nobody said it was a level playing field. 2:55 to go here in the third period. Winterhawks up 4-1. Dave Grant takes the draw for the Winterhawks. Jay Thompson creating some havoc back there. Played in. Shot in. And it's flipped out to center. Winterhawks just happy to clear the zone and kill some time. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the third period. Winterhawks up 4-1 on the 81s. Rolston clears it back to Smith. Smith up the boards to Thompson. Thompson to Grant. Grant tries to chip it ahead. 2 minutes to go. Jay Thompson clears it in and we'll get a change. Under 2 minutes now. 81s. Brought out to center by Jake Pleon. His shot hits somebody, bounces up in the air. McGivern the save. Hayfling around. In there, it's right by McGivern. It's on the... He had no idea where it was. Minute and a half to go. JT McDonald. In, shot. Stopped by McGivern. Coburn now. Minute 15 to go. Winterhawks up 4-1. Hayfling. up on the glass.
Last minute of play in the third period.
And that is gloved by McGivern with 58 seconds to go.
Friday for the first game of that playoff series between Sardine Shores and Durham. In the meantime, the Sardine Shores Winterhawks hope you will support the upcoming International Girl and Silver State Caitlin Cobain Memorial Tournament next weekend as well as part of Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada.
Back from the point, Herbst. Pass too far for Hawk. That will go for icing. 50 seconds left in the third period.
Player of the game, stand up, stellar job in net for the Sunocos tonight. Let's hear
it. Back of the net. Geldart to Cochran. Up to Hawk. Hawk to Underwood. Scores! 3 straight hat tricks, Blake Underwood. 3rd straight hat trick. Nope. Blake Underwood has 3 hat tricks in 3 straight games, 9 goals in 3 games. Whatever he's on, whatever he eats for dinner, order 25 of them next Friday.
Winterhawks goal is done it again. Another hat trick for number 20, Blake Underwood. Assist number 91, Trent Hawk. And number 27, Brett McDermott. Time of the goal, 19:30.
Winterhawks win 5-1. And they will now play the Durham Thundercats in the first round of the playoffs next Friday night. The Sunocos win. The Sunocos win. Good night, everybody. Talk to you next Friday.